Hey guys, Colin out 123 here, and this was presented to me by G2 Love Halo Lols. So I want to thank him for this idea. This was kind of a challenge, I guess, by him for a shotgun guide. Yes, this is a complete shotgun guide. This is not just gameplay where I sit back and talk about all the shotguns and you don't get to see any of them get used except for one. No, this is every shotgun gets used. I will talk about each one individually, and I will give you the overall winner that I picked as the best overall shotgun for most of the game types. So here we're playing Kill Confirmed, and I'm using the USAS-12. I'm not a big shotgun user for this game. I'm kind of more of an assault rifle, so my classes are kind of right now set up. I mean, they're adjusted slightly for shotguns, but they're still not the best. They could be better. I think in the end I end up using what I feel to be the best setup for a shotgun. So right here we're just starting out. This is one of the first ones I did. The USAS-12 is a semi-automatic shotgun out of South Korea. Its original designs were based off of the AA-12. Because if you guys don't know, the AA-12 was actually starting to be designed in the 1970s. What it is today is completely different than the original design, but if you want to imagine it like what the original design was or what it looked like, you could look at the USAS-12 and find basically that's what it was going to look like in the 1970s. Daewoo added their own flair to it, I guess you could say. So it is a South Korean weapon. Not available for civilian sale. Most shotguns, even semi-automatic ones, are, but because it is semi-automatic only and it has a higher rate of fire and it has more of a combat feel to it, the ATF, or for those of you guys who don't understand what that acronym means, it's the Bureau for Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. They have deemed the USAS-12 as a destructive device. So basically that means you can't buy it in the U.S. as a civilian. If you're military or law enforcement agency, you can, but civilians, sorry guys, can't get it. But anyway, so this shotgun I feel like this shotgun was kind of intermediate at best, or mediocre at best. It had decent damage, but you had to be pretty close for it. I mean, you can see right here that he was probably 10 feet at the most away from me, so that was a decent kill. But so like right here, I hit that guy, and nothing really happened. And he's about the same distance as the other guy. I think it was where I hit him. I kind of hit him right in the groin, but so I mean it didn't do a whole lot. So there it took 2 shots. It was a long shot though, so that wasn't probably because it was 2. But so anyway, now we're moving on to the Italian Spaz-12, and right off the bat I get a nice double kill. This is domination, but it's also team tactical. So I figured, for this, if I did fewer guys shooting at me, I would do better in the game. So, I mean, you guys know, I tell you all the time, I'm not a good shot at all, by any means, on a video game. I really don't play a whole lot. I have a job, I go to school, I got a girlfriend, I got, more important things, I guess, than video games. But video games and, guns and airplanes and basically a lot of, stuff that you guys like are like 3 of my passions are video games, guns, and airplanes. And if you mix 3 of those into the same game, or even have 2 of those in the same video game, I mean, geez, video games and guns, can't go wrong. Mainly the reason I started playing first-person shooters, huge stress reliever. I mean, you blow that dude away right in the face with a shotgun, and you just see, his limp body going back, and he's pissed because you killed him. It's a stress reliever, it just kind of makes your day that much better. So right there, I got a payback. I mean, as you can see, I was pretty close, so I'm probably within 5 feet. So like any other shotgun, that was a decent kill. Pretty close still. Maybe we'll get a range kill in here. So like, okay, right here. I think I hit him. Yeah, hit him there. So it took, I think, almost 3 shots. Granted, I wasn't hitting a whole lot of them, but it took, so right there, I took 1, and he was on the ground, and most of the pellets hit him in the back or head, shoulders, whatever you want to call it. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. But anyway, so yeah, it didn't go my way on that one. I hit him, and I thought I was close enough to get a one-shot kill on that, but I guess I wasn't. So this guy doesn't even see me coming, and there we go, 1 shot. So that was about 8 feet, 9 feet, something like that. Decent kill. So this shotgun, I really liked it damage-wise. I felt like it was pretty good. The one thing, get off the phone. Sorry guys, I answer text messages when I'm playing video games, so hopefully I don't do that too much in my videos. I try not to, but anyway, nice, got that bouncing Betty kill after all. So like I was saying, the Spaz 12, great shotgun. The only really huge drawback to it is the pump. I don't know if you guys notice. Here, we'll see. Right there. Okay, you see how he has to like pull it, not necessarily like bring it up. I don't want to say this. He has to move like you were working a bolt action rifle. You have to lose your sight picture to pump it. Which, that's a huge flaw in my mind, because, or I shouldn't even say a flaw, but I mean for the video game it's a flaw. But in a combat situation, you're not going to take that much time to pump the shotgun. So there we got a stealth bomber. And we're moving on. So now going from a pump to a fully automatic shotgun. The AA-12 is a fully automatic 12-gauge shotgun. It fires all kind of specialty rounds too, like frag grenade rounds, which they don't give you in this. It can shoot tear gas, it can shoot smoke. It can shoot heat rounds, which are high explosive, I don't want to say tank rounds, but I could be wrong, I could be right. Anyway, it also shoots airburst rounds, which are called HEAB, H-E-A-B, high explosive airburst. There's also HEAP, which is high explosive anti-personnel, I believe. All kind of different rounds you can shoot out of the AA-12. It's supposed to be like one of the most modernized combat shotguns ever. I don't know, but again, it's fully automatic. Just to shoot one, I think would be awesome. Obviously, I don't have those kind of possibilities. I'm not FPS Russia. At least, I don't have his benefits. But anyway, it's an awesome shotgun, especially for Modern Warfare. I feel like it was better in Modern Warfare 2 than in Modern Warfare 3, only for the simple fact that you didn't have to have overkill to use it. You could just use it as a secondary. Not to mention, it had a higher damage and range, if I'm not mistaken. So they kind of nerfed it for this game. And what's this guy doing? Oh, we got boosters. They're trying to get a Moab, and that's kind of lame to do it that way. I mean, you're wasting time in the game to do that, and then by the time you get it, it's not like a nuke where you would end the game. You get, you get kills for however many people are in the lobby, and if we're playing Team Tactical, that's only another 4 kills. So that's kind of stupid to me. But anyway, like I was saying, the AA-12, I feel is a good shotgun if and only if you are playing on a map where you can go from like building to building or in and out of buildings. It's not good for, like right here, it's not good for the open streets. Everybody gets lucky sometimes, but I would not use it in an open streets or an open field or open anything in this game. If you can see there, I didn't hit that guy once, and a normal shotgun, and in real life, I'd still hit them. Probably wouldn't kill them, but I'd definitely hit them and, you know, put them out of commission. So right there, I've rushed them, got them. But, so yeah, the AA-12, like I said, good shotgun. Again, I think it has less damage, though, than the Spaz or the USAS-12. So, try to get that through the wall, I guess not. Excuse me, the USAS-12 was semi-automatic, so it has a little bit more damage than the AA-12. Obviously, you know, the way Call of Duty kind of works is if the gun shoots either a slower or a burst fire or whatever, they make it a slower rate of fire, basically. If they make it a slower rate of fire, obviously it's going to have more damage. That goes the same with submachine guns. That goes the same with assault rifles. You know, the Mark 14 is the best shotgun, or excuse me, assault rifle in the game, and it has the most damage. Obviously, because it's semi-automatic. The Type 95, completely overpowered, but again, it's 3-round burst. So the theory is that a fully automatic gun, you could put more rounds on target before the Type 95 gets more off. But the Type 95, like I said, is overpowered to the point where you really can't. But enough about that. The AA-12, I feel the damage to rate of fire was pretty good. Depending on how close you are, though, like the range, depending on how close you are, that's going to determine whether or not, you know, you use a lot of shells or a little amount of shells. So right there, got killed. So on to the Striker. The Striker is made in South Africa. It's supposed to be a revolver style action, so that, you know, it has the drum there, or the cylinder, and then you push each round in singly, and there's a spring in there, and it'll just keep pushing them in, and it'll keep filling up the drum. I think the drum only holds, I think, up to 12, if I'm not mistaken. In real life, I think this game only has 10, maybe. It might have 12. I can't really count right now. But so anyway, like I was saying, you know, because it's semi-automatic, like I said before, it has more damage and more range than the AA-12. Call of Duty and, you know, Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer and all that stuff, they do that so that the game seems fair for most players. I think it's also why they had lag compensation in there, but that doesn't really work too well anyway. So right now we're playing Team Defender. This is a cool game type for a shotgun, especially this map. This map's kind of close quarters if you're not out on the thoroughfare like over here. This is an awful place for a shotgun right now. But, you know, if you're down up in the actual terminal, it's not bad. So, I mean, any shotgun would be pretty good on this map if you're in the right area. Like right here, this is probably a good area for a shotgun. But when you get out here, it gets kind of tricky. I don't know why I didn't shoot that guy. That was kind of dumb. So, yeah, the Striker, I feel like this was the best damage to range ratio you could have for a shotgun. The rate of fire is awesome too. You know, as fast as you can pull that trigger, basically, is how fast you're going to shoot that gun. See right there, I got that guy. So obviously, pretty good damage. I mean, as you can see, I've been using it this whole game, and it does very well. You know, 2-3 shells, and you get somebody. But the one drawback I have to it is the reload time. Unless you have sleight of hand on, and you go through a whole drum, you're going to be sitting there for a while. It takes a while to reload this gun. So now we're moving on to the KSG-12, which I feel has the most damage out of all the shotguns in the game. It has a decent magazine size. I think it actually is supposed to have 14 shells. I'm not sure exactly what it has there. But it has 2 tubes. Each tube holds 7. And you can select which tube you want to shoot from. You know, a tube is basically an internally held magazine. As you can see when I reload, he pushes the shells into the actual gun itself. See right there, he pushes it into the gun, and there's a tube in there, and then when the guy pumps it, that's when another shell comes up into the chamber. So the KSG-12 was, I feel, the strongest shotgun in the game. It had the best range for a shotgun in the game, but again, the whole pump action slows you down a little bit, but at least you don't have to do that Hollywood pump that you do for the Spaz 12. It's a pretty quick, slide action pumping, to load up a new round. So right there, obviously I was playing this game for a little bit. Got my escort airdrop. This is free for all, by the way. This isn't necessarily the best map for a shotgun either, but I felt that if I held down the cave area, oh wow, I didn't even see that guy right away. So that was a pretty good distance. That was probably maybe 15 feet, and I got that guy. But so decent range for the KSG. But like I said, I was trying to hold down this well / cave / waterfall area. I figured that would be my best bet. Obviously, I did fairly well for the game. Luckily, I kept spawning pretty close. Right here, I'm just trying to go through. I didn't want to use the remote sentry or any of the kill streaks that would take up some of the video. So I just kind of set them down and used them up real quick. But like I was saying, the KSG, good shotgun. Trying to get back into my my little area there. Obviously I spawned on the opposite side this time. Wasn't as lucky, but here I went back over here. So let's see if we can get back into the action. But like I said, I figured out some better classes for the shotgun at this point. So I got sleight of hand. I still used assassin. I still used stalker, but I feel like I could have picked better. Steady aim's probably the best for a shotgun. And as for your red perk, well, that's all up to you. It depends on your style of play. I would personally suggest either quick draw, because sometimes it takes a while to switch weapons and stuff like that, or I would suggest blast shield. So when you're running around with your shotgun, your guy's kind of has a little bit better resistance to explosives. Assassin wasn't bad because that way I could hide from the UAVs, and I was immune to counter UAVs and EMPs and advanced UAVs. I was blind. I didn't have any. I wasn't affected at all by that. But obviously, I could still be seen by air support. Predator missile, helicopter, recon drone, all that good stuff. So. On a quick side note, though, I want to apologize for this video taking so long to get out. With the last week, I've had a lot of stuff to do with work and school, and I really didn't take the time to really put my effort into this video. Obviously, that has changed now that I did it. But so another reason it took so long was I actually didn't have the model 1887 shotguns, and G2 Love Halo Lulz, I didn't want to let you down and not have a complete shotgun guide. So now we're going into the models, which took me a while to unlock, and I used them for a while just to try to see, there's no attachments for it, but I wanted to see the different proficiencies. Obviously I didn't go all the way to level 30 or 31 for the model 1887 shotguns, but so here we could see it's an okay damage. I wouldn't say it's the best. It's odd because if I shoot high, obviously I'm going to get better damage ratio, but at the same time I feel like it still wasn't that great. It was at this point I was using steady aim. At this point I was using sleight of hand, but I made sleight of hand so that it was the first kill for a specialist. I use Hardline Pro too. Hardline Pro is good because 2 assists count as a kill, and death streaks take 1 less. So I mean that's awesome, especially for specialist stuff, because 2 assists, you got another perk on there. So as you can see, scavenger, hardline, and steady aim. And then with hardline, the first kill was sleight of hand. Made it so much better. You know, I could crank that shotgun faster, I could reload it faster. Made it a lot easier for me. The second one, if I'm not mistaken, was assassin. That was at 3 kills. Or no, I'm sorry, that was quick draw. Quick draw at 3 kills. Yeah. Quick draw at 3 kills. And then I used stalker at 7 kills, I think it is. Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like specialist is the best for shotguns because it seems like a lot of players aren't really worried, you know, especially for objective-based games, aren't really worried about what's going on objectively. They just want to get those kills and get, you know, basically make themselves with a high kill to death ratio, all that good stuff. So I feel I got a one shot on a Juggernaut, but he was getting lit up by a sniper rifle and then a submachine gun. So I kind of just stole the kill from those guys. But I feel like the model was pretty good. But like I said, I was going to show you my overall pick, and it would have to be the Striker shotgun with specialist strike package because, like I said, it just makes things a lot easier, especially for a free-for-all game, which is what I ended up with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you guys decide on what shotgun you like using. As always, like, favorite, and subscribe. G2 Love Halo Lols, I hope you liked this video, especially because you were the one who challenged me to use it. And dodging frag grenades wins games. I'll see you guys out there on the battlefield. Thanks for watching, and like I said, don't forget to check out videos weekly. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter.